everyone can relate to. Yeah, storytelling is very important in this industry to bring out uniqueness of the brand itself.
So again, they're very traditional, very authentic. So they want to make it a little bit more modernized, but not in the way that.
So basically, from what we got briefed, the things that I just picked up and printed out was grandma, of course, one. Maybe family, maybe the food in Thai, maybe cooking, and some of the things I printed out was like they really selected their ingredients. So I printed that out, and now I just want to see what you guys think of like the whole entire mood board and how you guys think what idea we should be attacking for.
I think first of all, I think we're on the right direction. I think by seeing the mood board, we can see more clearly on the way that we should represent, because the unique points of this restaurant, I'm thinking about it actually. One point that I found is about the grammar. So the grammar that we can relate with with everyone actually. Everyone has one grammar. Every family has that grammar who take care of the families and food and the household things and that kind of thing. So that grammar idea and direction is, I think it's good and relevant with that brand. The grammar idea is, I think it's strong and it's good. Yeah, so how do you think about it?
So after hearing all this and after checking out all these concept and the mood board, how about this? How about we create a video, not just a typical video, but in this video we will show the love and the caring grammar. Actually that grammar will be the representative of all grammar all over the world, so that everyone can relate to. But as we said, everyone has a grammar, so everyone has that feeling of being taken care of by the grandma, more or less, right? So why don't we create an emotional video? We don't necessarily need to show the physical body of the grandma. We can show the touching of the hand, the cooking hands, and something like this kind of very close up.
Can relate with the brand logo.
Can relate with the brand logo as well. So we can show something like those close up emotional shots that everyone can relate to, but we will only put in the typical family in the video, but everyone can relate that family and they will also have that feelings. Why do we want to make it emotional? Because everyone after seeing the video, they will get some feelings, they will feel the love, the caring and everything. Then they will like to share on the social media as well, so that this video will get viral and we will increase the brand awareness. How do you guys think? After checking out this brand identity, I find that there is the heritage behind. This brand has been established for more than 60 years, right? So of course there is the heritage and behind some. This brand is very authentic, and we have to communicate that sense to the consumers, especially to the new consumers, so that they will know more about this brand, and they would like to go tie in and they want to share to their friends, and the traffic will be more, right?
I think it's good just because it relates to, even if we are all in our 30s or 40s, even then, we might not have a grandma anymore, we might not have grandparents anymore, but we still remember the times where our grandmas take care of us. So even if some of our majority of our target audience doesn't really have grandparents anymore, we could still target them because of nostalgia feeling, and then we can target to say instead of saying homemade, we say grandma made it with her hands. It's basically directly related, but it's another way of saying it. So we can do it in that direction as well.
We looked at the logo and then and I first thought that it was just like a wing or just like a random shape. I also think it might be a chicken, but it's not. It's actually a hand, And then since my Thai is not really that good, we also could understand that the first kind of letters were like mother or like grandmother, that kind of feel. So we actually tied that together to say like, okay, it's grandmother's hand or grandmother's touch. So that kind of idea thinking is a direction that we're going, and I think after that is a very easy direction to go to. That's why brainstorming sessions are very important. That's how we actually get our ideas down and make sure that every single people in the actually brainstorming session knows and understand what kind of concept we're going for.
So for me, in terms of the media, it's all about storytelling. That is the most important part. And then, but since we are targeting to the younger audience, so
younger mean that we family oriented, like the age group of the family.
yeah,
over
so
there,
like
right?
the younger adults maybe.
Yeah.
So if we are pushing towards that market, I think TVC alone will not actually going to amplify the results. So what I would bring in is an influencer, which that scope of like people would look up to, and then they inspire, and then we deliver the entire message and the journey along with that, and launch another additional campaign to complement this TVC. So I think that would enhance the story and the brand from this point.
So whenever we deliver the campaigns, we have to make sure that it is very trackable. So in terms of social media, we have to leave some footprints that we can track along. So examples such as the reactions, and then the feedbacks, the comments, and also that can apply in the on-ground activities as well. So you can actually see and get the response from the audience and how they feel, and the feedbacks, so that you can learn and improve more for the following campaigns. So it's always important to get the acknowledgement from the audience, the real people, the real users, and that's how you measure the success of the campaigns.
I agree that, because think like this way, this brand never do the commercial, never did for a long period of time, they never communicate, they never do the ads, they never do it, they just post us on the social media or something like that. So that commercial or that longer version of the story that we recreated in this modern day, it's the beginning actually. This this commercial, this video is the new beginning. It's wake up everyone, and this is what is it. But after this video, what will happen is we need to communicate with the way that you just told.
From my side, I think right now I'm just thinking right now out loud. It's just if we are using grandma's hand in the key visual, or even the grandma figure in the key visual, my only worry is we might not hit the target market that well. So right now I'm just thinking, what if we represent the grandma hand using this hand, and then see if we can showcase it in the key visual as well. So that's several things that we can do.
But when we say that using this one, I also want to understand the consistency in communicating, because what I studied through on the Facebook is the formats, and then there's no strict black and white guidelines whenever they communicate. So when we are pushing this new concept, I also want to have it impact on the social media or any other platforms, the same guideline, the same usage, even like the photo placement, whenever they communicate, we should develop that and then give it to them, to the brand owners, and then that's how they have to do it for like a few years on, so that the consistency, the brand, the key message is always there.
So yes, I agree with you, just because even if they haven't translated this into English, I want people to recognize this, and I want even people to see this. Oh, let's go to grandma's hand. I don't know, like touch grandma's hand or whatever, so that they can recognize it and they can still go to the restaurant without knowing anything. I think this needs this logo or this image needs to be front and center of a lot of the communication that they have.
I think this campaign and the project can solve the issues of this brand.
Yes, as usual, they don't want to wait for long. So we are also planning to do with the back end for the things to amplify the business. So I think if we don't have much time, so like we have to execute like within one or two weeks.
Okay. So we can
kind of like vaguely shows the storyboard, vaguely
Sure,
shows
yeah, we
the
done storyboarding.
So
yes.
we start reproduction part.
Yeah, of course, yes.
This is why the team has to go to the location, because one of the best ways to actually get ideas and also get ideas about who is actually going to a certain brand or certain like for example restaurant, you need to be able to go to the actual site so that you can learn from who is actually going there. You can learn from the customer. You can learn from the clients themselves. So all these things could only be learned when you get to the site and cannot be learned otherwise.
So now we got the ideas of what to overcome and how to process the achievement the goal. So yes, we understand that we make a process to hit the goal, and also that is we will find the ideas and the approach, and we will find out how to make it happen. Yeah, that is a way that we will validate the ideas and we will proceed. Yeah, this is a brainstorming session.
Okay, we got some challenge actually. The challenge is basically shifting the belief. So people still, when I talk and discuss and research about the Thai food, the Thai people, their perspective is street food. It's easier in the home, my mom cook. And then it's very easy to, compete. As for the foreigner, it's different perspective. Foreigner is a Thai food, I want to try which restaurant is good. But for the Thai people especially, Thai food is, it's just a food. So they think like this, it's just a food. So the concept is, it's simple. Because like when we inspire the whole brainstorming section about this brand, we got some concept about, okay, the brand really need to be interesting. And here's the story actually, the inspiration. Our inspiration coming from the grandma. So every family has one grandma that take care of the whole family. They cook with a passion, they cook and the grandma takes care of everything. So when I experienced this shop and I tried the taste and everything, and then what I got is the three things: love, care, and hospitality. This is what makes this restaurant, this brand unique. So the story is about the grandma's touch. So whatever the grandma's touch, it's about the memories. It's about the everything. The grandmas think back the memory. So remembrance of the grandma's touch with the care and love to each and every one of us. Because our life, like if you target to the 30 to 40, that people, we miss the childhood because we're not that old and we're not that young anymore. We're in between. So that age is in between. So we have a walk, we might have a family, and we have a childhood memories. So that memories, we would like to give back that memories by eating in this restaurant. So this is the story. So when I hear about the heritage, the passion, the love about this brand, I particularly fall for this actually. This is a great story, but the brand never communicated this way. So this story should be heard and seen by millions of people. That's our job to do it. And for this reason, I think the brand has some issues. I understand that back end, it's important, the systems to maintain, to develop, to facilitate the every operations. But again, the brand also is very important. Now this brand has so many varieties of the products, but the problem is that they don't build up the brand. I understand that this is like 60+ years brand. So they just sell the product, they just know how to cook well, how to serve, how to deliver the good products. But the problem is that while the product can solve the small problems. So here is the campaign actually. It is called A Meal to Remember. So when we try this food in this restaurant, everyone remember back the memories of our childhood. Because every restaurant can cook the Thai food, but not everyone can bring back the memory. That's a thing. So this brand has a memory.
like last 60 years ago, we can bring back to that memory because of the grandma. So what we are trying to do is we don't just make the advertising, we create the emotional content. So that content, we would like to create a heart-touching video of a grandma from every family. So the grandma represents this restaurant. This is the video that we would like to create in this campaign. So Kone, do you want something to explain?
Yeah, sure. Right. So as Kuwagar explained, right, as part of our campaign, we like to create a very emotional video, not just a typical video, but it's very emotional. Why do we want to make it emotional? Because as we see our brand, right, we see the heritage behind, we see the love behind, we see the caring sense behind this brand, right? We want to dig into that love, and we want to create this emotional kind of storyline which everyone can relate to. So after watching this video, like everyone will feel the love of their grandma, their grandparents. We want it to be like more viral and emotional so that everyone can relate to and everyone can remember the brand. That's our intention to create this emotional video. Yeah.
So to do that, we have to like create a social content, not only typical social content, but also this has to be like more emotional kind of brand content, so that everybody likes to watch it and they want to share it, as I said. So after we discover the brand, right, the most important thing behind this brand is their grandmas. So the grandmas started their business and they continue the legacy, right?
So the 3 generations from the senior families to the junior families, and then we can talk the heritage culture to hand over. The history doesn't have to be boring way. It can be the vibrant, it can be the colorful. The history can be colorful. You know, every moment that we did with the food in this restaurant is a signature. It's the moment that we capture. So this is about the heritage, the mood board, and as I mentioned before, this is just the video is just the beginning of this campaign. This is another huge part that I would like to pass to my media specialist about this part actually.
So in order to activate the main concept of a meal to remember, so we have to put it into a reality. So in reality, since we are recruiting younger generations, we need to make sure which channels they are consuming the media. So I would say it's not going to be Facebook only anymore. It has to be like Instagram, like other social media platforms that they consume the media. So we will bring in that talent, and then we will have the experience tour in the main kitchen, where they will go through all the details of the dish. So they will cover the quality, the raw materials, all the qualities of this brand. They will go through together, and then we will have a campaign on ground that would open to their influencers, fans, and families, so that they will have a chance to come in and come dine together and have experience with the influencer while they are trying to get to know the brand, the heritage, the value of the brand along with it. And one last thing that I really want to have is also the young generation. I think one of the solutions that we are going to bring in as well, to turn into the menu into a digital format that also have like a rating as well and shareable on the cross social media platforms as well, so that we can commute easily among the society with the menus, the recommendations. So as long as we as a community knows who's eating what and why they are eating it, as long as we can consume it on the phone, it is very easy for you to launch it. So the entire campaign is over that scope. Yeah.
Restaurants need to communicate in the 360 degree. Otherwise, it is not top of the mind. You know, for example, my friend John, talk about this restaurant, share on the social media. The food looks so beautiful, and then I would like to try. So because of John, he posted it. So it has to be like a social friendly, digital friendly, and easy to share. In order to summarize, there are the 3 treatments that we need to do. One is about the rebrand communication strategy. This is what I just present. Another one is a brand creative production that Kone present about the new video, that emotional video that will attract the new traffic. And then the brand campaign launch is as just Go John present about the cooking show and the new brand campaign launch. So these are the three things, the treatment that this brand really needs. And the result, yes, the result is the brand will become like younger and stronger for the target of the modern day families.
No comment, just want to say perfect and win.
Yeah, thank you. And then I think for the back end part, before the back end part, Pon can summarize the things and then I'll pass to Pon for the back end things.
โดยแน่นอนผ่านการใช้พวกระบบเทคโนโลยีต่างๆระบบ back end ที่จริงๆทุกวันนี้เขาใช้เรามาสักพักหนึ่งแล้วเรากำลังจะทำให้ back end มันไม่ได้แค่อยู่ที่ back end กำลังจะ reach ไปถึงข้างหน้าแล้วก็ทำให้ระบบหลังบ้านสามารถ interact โดยตรงกับตัว end consumer หรือว่าผู้บริโภคคนสุดท้ายได้อันนี้ก็คือจะเป็นคอนเซ็ปต์ภาพรวมของตัวโปรเจกต์ตอนนี้เราลองจินตนาการว่าเราได้ปล่อยตัวโฆษณาแอดอะไรไปเรียบร้อยแล้วแล้วทุกคนเนี่ยก็หมายถึงเด็กๆเจเนอเรชันใหม่ก็ได้รับรู้เรื่องนี้แล้วก็เริ่ม recognize เริ่ม aware ถึงเรามากขึ้นนะครับทีนี้สิ่งที่ผมอยากจะ present ในนี้คือจะเป็นเรื่อง back end แล้วก็การที่ตอนเมื่อกี้เรา aware เรารู้ว่าสิ่งนี้มีตัวตนอยู่ทีนี้สิ่งที่ผมกำลังเสนอคือพ่อแม่สื่อเดือนจะเข้าไปเป็นส่วนหนึ่งของชีวิตคือมันจะรีเลทกับชีวิตเราได้คือเมื่อไหร่ก็ตามที่ผมกลับจากออฟฟิศแต่ยังไม่ถึงบ้านนะอย่างเงี้ยผมอาจจะต้องแวะตรงนี้ก่อนเพื่อไปนั่งทำงานหรือบางอย่างหรือผมมีประชุมกับลูกค้าแต่ลูกค้าไม่ยอมมาออฟฟิศผมเพื่อเหตุผลอะไรสักอย่างแล้วผมต้องไปอยู่ระหว่างกลางผมก็จะไปยุ่งกับสตาร์บัคทั้งที่จริงๆผมอาจจะไม่ได้อยากดื่มกาแฟก็ได้เพราะฉะนั้นสิ่งที่เขาขายคือสเปซที่เข้าไปยุ่งในชีวิตผมนะครับอันที่2คือสกอตจริงๆผมซื้อแต่ผมแทบไม่เคยกินเลยนะโพซิชั่นของสกอตเนี่ยจริงๆก็คือหวัดดีปีใหม่เยี่ยมคนป่วยนึกออกใช่ไหมครับจริงๆ product เขาดีอ่ะผมซื้อบ่อยด้วยแต่คือบางครั้งผมก็ไม่ได้กินเองผมซื้อแล้วผมไปให้คนอื่นที่ผมสนใจที่ผมแคร์นะครับก็หลังจากที่ผมสัปดาห์ที่แล้วผมก็ไปดูนะครับว่ามีอะไรบ้างที่น่าสนใจกับครัวแม่สื่อเดือนเรื่องแรกคือเรื่องโลเคชั่นของครัวแม่สื่อเดือนคร่าวๆจะประมาณนี้ผมแบ่งเป็น3กลุ่มแรกคือ standalone ร้านแบบนี้นะครับกลุ่มที่2คืออยู่ในห้างแล้วกลุ่มที่3ผมรู้สึกว่ามีน้อยที่อยู่ใกล้ๆกับตัวรถไฟฟ้านะครับสแกนเสร็จสั่งอาหารพอสั่งอาหารเสร็จปุ๊บตรงนี้ก็จ่ายเงินไปให้จบนะครับแล้วก็ไปโผล่อีกทีนึงตรงปลายทางเราก็จะยัดของที่เราทำเสร็จแล้วไว้ในกล่องแล้วเขาก็สามารถไปพลิกแล้วก็เอาไปกินได้เลยนะครับส่วนฝั่งเนี้ยก็คือหลังจากที่เราได้ออเดอร์ไป process แล้วเราก็ไปทำ prepare ทำcooking อะไรของเราซึ่งเราทำเร็วอยู่แล้วระยะเวลาของการนั่งรถไฟฟ้า15 นาทีนี้ยังไปไม่ถึงไหนเลยครับเพราะฉะนั้นทางเนี้ยทำทันอยู่แล้วแล้วก็ส่วนที่เราทำเสร็จเนี่ยครับก็ใส่ในพวกเนี้ยเรากำลังแข่งกับแบรนด์อะไรก็ไม่รู้เต็มไปหมดซึ่งผมขึ้นไปถึงปุ๊บมันเยอะจริงๆแบบที่ป๋าก็พูดวันก่อนผมไปไอคอนสยามผมก็นั่งเถียงกันว่าแบบกินร้านอะไรดีมันมี2ชั้นมันก็เดินไปเดินมาแต่ถ้าเกิดว่าเป็นรถไฟฟ้าเอาจริงๆเลยนะครับตอนเนี้ยผมมีผลทางเดียวคือ 7-Eleven คือตอนนี้มันไม่มีใครอยู่ในนี้เลยนะครับอันนี้คือ point สำคัญที่ผมคิดว่าเป็นประโยชน์และเล่นได้ทีนี้ตัวอย่างนะครับมีคนพยายามเริ่มที่จะทำเมื่อผมไม่แน่ใจปลายปีที่แล้วคือซิสเลอร์เนี่ยเขาใช้พื้นที่ประมาณ2 ตารางเมตรที่จะต้องทำให้บริโภคได้โดยรวดเร็วนะครับสิ่งที่เราจะใช้ที่จะแตกต่างจากนี้เพราะตรงนี้ยังต้องเสียคนต้องผมรู้สึก2 คนมั้งไปยืนเก็บเงินไปยืนหยิบของครับเราจะทำออโตเมทให้หมดนะครับจ่ายเงินตั้งแต่ออนไลน์เลยไปเปิดตู้เป็น cashless touchless นะครับแล้วที่สำคัญคือ easy to scale ค่าเป็กไม่ต้องใช้เยอะแล้วนะครับแล้วมันจะทำให้เรามีครัวผมเข้าใจว่าไม่ต้องอยู่ในห้างอยู่ตรงไหนก็ได้ให้ใกล้รถไฟฟ้าแล้วก็ให้คนวิ่งไปใส่ตู้ให้ทันก็พอนะครับแล้วเราก็อาจจะเช่าตู้ก็พอนะครับอันนั้นคือสิ่งที่เป็นข้อเสนอข้อดีครับก็คือ Grab and Go เนาะไม่ต้องใช้คนทุกอย่างเร็วหมดนะครับแล้วก็ lightweight scalable ขยายได้ง่ายพึ่งคนน้อยลงนะครับใช้แต่เทคอย่างเดียวแล้วก็ต่อไปนี้แอดของเรานะครับไม่ว่าจะเป็นอะไรก็ตามเราก็จะมี QR code ตามไปเรื่อยๆประมาณว่าเห็นปุ๊บสั่งเลยอย่างเงี้ยนะครับก็เป็นการ call to action ก็คือเห็นโฆษณาของครัวแม่สีเดือนเห็น QR code ด้วย เพราะว่าเราจะไม่โฆษณาเดียวคุณสแกนแล้วสั่งเดียวนั้นเลยนะครับโอเคก็โดยสรุปภาพที่ผมคิดว่า back end จะทำได้จะมีประมาณนี้ก็คือไป relate ในชีวิตเขาแล้วก็ call to action นะหลังจากที่ aware แล้วไปอยู่ในส่วนหนึ่งของชีวิตแล้วก็สั่งของกินเลยประมาณนี้ครับขอบคุณครับ
perfect perfect
Wow. Wow. Wow.